Hello? I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who looked good, I would call her. Wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat and a six-form father.
Holla ballers, what's going on? It's Preacher. We're doing some Holy Priest action. Okay, so I'm going to go a little rant here, and before, because I'm going to have plenty of time to talk in this dungeon. Plenty of time. One moment. Okay, so I'm not going to do a Dis Priest video. You know why? Fuck Dis. Dis is so amazingly useless right now. It's unbelievable. I'm absolutely in shock at how bad it is. I'm also in shock at how average Holy is. It's just upsetting, to say the least, to see how mediocre and average the output is from this class. Especially Holy. On beta, okay? On beta, I loved Holy. I was excited. I thought this is amazing. I had great fun doing it. Overall, I just thought this is fantastic. It's got a light spring down there. It's still a Holy video after all. And I was just so excited to play this on live. I was like, oh, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be so cool. I can't wait to have some fun with it, to really enjoy it. There's so many tools in the toolbox, which is surely, it's what I'm going to get to later, so there's no need to be worried about that. But I just wanted to point out and reiterate the fact that I'm not doing a Dis Priest video at this time. I'm going to wait until Dis is somewhat useful. And ultimately, you guys should just, if you are big fans of Dis, I was a huge fan of Dis as well, especially towards the end of Cataclysm. I had great fun on Dis. I thought it was a huge fun spec. I really enjoyed it, and it's just not there anymore, and it's disappointing to say the least. So that is just the final time I'm going to say it. I am not going to do a Dis Priest video. It's not going to happen until it's even worth me talking about, because I suspect either it's going to just be massively buffed, in which case the spells will remain the same as I've done on the beta video, because they haven't changed at all. You can check the beta video. I'll link it at the end of this video in the annotations, so you can link to that video. But until it is changed, it's going to be changed dramatically. And I can see Spirit Shell being one of the main culprits here, in terms of how that style of play is. It's disappointing, to say the least, for me to have to say that. I've never thought a spec was so obviously pointless that I refuse to do some sort of video content on it. It's actually quite a big decision to me, and today I've done quite a lot on this priest, more so than I do for most of my videos. The shadow portion of the videos that I did today were actually fantastic, fine, had a great time. The damage output isn't amazing, but I think it will be rebalanced in some fashion, and that won't be a big issue, and I was fine with that. I was more than fine with that. Then I started doing Holy. And as usual with the healer videos, I like to do looking for raid with the healers. I think it gives us more opportunity to explore a toolbox of all the things that we could do with our priest. Now, as somebody who loved the Holy Priest's toolbox on beta, and I was like, there's so many different choices here. I love the changes with the chakras that I'm going to get into shortly. I'm going to get into those shortly. I really enjoyed them. I thought they were fantastic. It is more a case of disappointment that I'm having to actually, because I was sat here considering Holy. I did the looking for raid on Holy. And it was just a battle from start to finish with my mana bar. It was an absolute battle from start to finish, and I had to blow so many cooldowns, mana cooldowns, really, really effectively, just to keep up with the shaman that was in there. And added to that, it wasn't particularly great looking for raid in the first place, is that between me and the other priest who was in there, we effectively were doing sort of 60% of the healing done, and the others with the tanks, and we had a couple of guys in there who literally weren't doing anything. Look at Cascade, it's so fucking beautiful. Cascade is fantastic, I do love it. Is that I was ultimately talking to a couple of guys, I whispered a couple of guys, I was like, are you guys even taking Holy Priests? And they were like, well, we're taking one, but it's for utility, not for healing output. I'm like, are you serious? It's like, well, yeah, it's just not there as you would like it to be with the Holy Priest. And I'm like, wow, dude, really? It's insane. And I had to agree, after doing Looking for Aid, I was like, this is just a battle. It's not enjoyable. It's just, I'm constantly fighting with my own character to produce good output. I totally hated it. I absolutely hated it. So my choice was not to do the Looking for Raid. The video is... I put some little footage at the beginning, as you guys have seen. But I ultimately decided just to come into here because I can actually display a little bit more, and the fact that this is less mana intensive means I can actually sort of enjoy it a bit more almost than constantly trying to be fighting with my own character to get some sort of good results out of it and some entertainment for you guys. Okay, so that being said and done, no Disc Priest video for now. I will do one at some point. But be aware that is why there is no Disc Priest video coming up as of producing this video. So if you're checking this video further down the line, there probably might be a Disc Priest video. But as of right now, if you are Dis, unfortunately, or you want to try Dis again, and your tank just turns mobs towards you with frontal cone AoEs, then I'm sorry. I'm genuinely sorry, but it would be an absolute waste of my time and yours for me to produce that content. I am considering making some sort of video just demonstrating how poor Dis is performing. How I can do that, I'm not really sure. So I'm going to switch my chakras here. Okay, so let's talk about Holy, because Holy is, for all intents and purposes, very, very fun. Holy is one of the most well-designed healer specs next to the Resto Druid, I would say. And that is a complete change of heart from the beginning of this video, isn't it? It's actually fantastic. I really, really enjoy it. There's so many options. The change to chakras. Whoa, 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 duty boy. I'm getting you there. The change to the chakras, so they're instantly switchable. In fact, what I've done is I've bound them to mouse wheel up and mouse wheel down, just so I can very easily switch between the two. And Holy has such a variety of heals. They have more options for healing people than any other class. You know, from binding heals down to circles of healing, down to different sanctuaries and power words that are associated with that. It really is a joy to play, and it's fun because there is no situation. Let's throw out a cascade here. Woo! Look at that cascade is so awesome. They did so well with that graphic. Blizzard have done so well with this class, and I'm so disappointed that Holy Priests are a little bit shafted right now. Healing Priests in general, certainly. Which very much is a disappointment for me. And this whole variation of things to do and control things is really, really nice. Now, I just want to point out is obviously I'm not having mana issues here. I'm going to switch it up the chakra again to a single target chakra. My Serenity chakra. This is the wonderful thing again. Oh, back to single target. I can instantly switch around. Back to my single target chakra. And keep this healing nice and tight. But I want you to notice my mana. 30%. I used Mindbender twice in that fight, which is a 1 minute cooldown, giving substantially more mana than its usual Shadow Fiend. I'm having to drink after pretty regularly. Now, this is one of the problems, isn't it? Because if we remember the Resto Druid fight, and the gearing is actually pretty similar between this priest and the Resto Druid I used in the Resto Druid guide, it's substantially different styles of play in terms of it's almost a game of mana management, and that's it. You have the spells, you have your things like Cascade, which are awesome and always fun, and you're mixing them in as much as you can while trying to control just your mana bar. You have to look. I'm on 74% mana now. I'm going to use a Mindbender pretty soon on the next highest health mob. I'm not going to use it yet, just to make sure I get some nice healing out of it. You know, I love this class. I adore it. This is my first ever class, the Healing Priest. This is what I played in Vanilla. I even played Discipline in Vanilla, one of the rare people to be actually able to pull that off. One of the things I was quite proud of is that I was a good Discipline Priest in Vanilla. Ooh, taking a kicking, buddies. You know what this needs? Cascade, buddy. This situation changed my chakra to Serenity, get all these heals going and rocking, and we're fine. We're in good shape. Another circle of healing, another prayer of healing. Look at all the tools I'm using. I'm firing off so many different spells. So many different spells. Such a unique and interesting class. It really, really is. I just popped my Mindbender there. You can see I'm still on 50% mana. This is only a very basic heroic. I'm not saying these guys are doing this fight correctly because they seem to be spam AoEing the middle. I don't know. Whatever. I'll keep these guys alive anyway, regardless of what they're doing. I don't mind. Let's fire off a Cascade, help the guys out a little bit. And I can't explain enough how much I just enjoy this class. I really, really do. And my Mindbender's coming back now. I need it. That's the thing. I need my Mindbender. I am screwed without it. Let's put a Mindbender on that. Just to get my mana up. I imagine we're going to go into this boss, so we're interested to see exactly how we play out on this boss. And hopefully it's going to be pretty decent. It's not even the cost of the spells. Cascade is very expensive. Let's fire for Cascade now. You can see how expensive that is. It does do a tremendous amount of healing, though. So you get your bang for your buck, is what I want to say. That you get what you need out of it. You really do. It's not a case of, oh, this is just a super expensive spell that you don't want to cast, which we've seen in the past with a lot of spells. But it doesn't work nicely. I'm using my Mindbender on cooldown, even in this room. I'm not saying this room was done perfectly by any means. I'm really not. Let's see if we run into any issues here. This guy pulls Rattlegore immediately. Let me get one of these. This is going to be a single target, so I'm going to switch to Chakra again, which is... I love that! Okay, this is a single target situation. Let's see if I can sneak into a couple of sneaky drinks. As I suspected, they go straight into that. Couple of sneaky drinks, couple of sneaky drinks. I'm just burning my troll feet right there. Right, oh, shit. Okay. Okay, they're not going to use their Dragon's Bones, which is always fun. We would have liked that to happen, but whatever. Okay, let's get the Mindbender on cooldown. So, let's get into the bare bones of how to play this if you get into Heroics. You have got a Healing Priest. No doubt it will be rectified in some fashion. I'm not saying this is a permanent issue. But your essential game at the beginning of Mists of Pandaria, as it is right now, patch 5.05, is you're playing a game with your mana bar. You want to look after your mana and be as efficient as possible, which is actually going to help you long term. In one way, this could be a good thing for new healers especially, is you need to get used to being always aware of your mana bar and being aware of your cooldowns and maximizing them. That wasn't too difficult at all. That was awesome. What we do with single target is we're switching it up depending on our situation. We can swap chakras anytime. Be aware, I mean, situations like this, I want to get my Light Spring down just to help the guys out. Make life a little bit easier. And you're always picking and choosing, what does this situation call for? This is one of the magical things about it. Let's drop a Fade there. Don't want to end up in a mess. And with single target, remember, you've got your power word there, which is your Holy Word Serenity, which is going to give you an increased crit chance on your heals. You can see I'm dropping 80k low cost, low mana heals. Really looking after my mana in a self-sufficient way. I want to keep that on cooldown. It only costs me 6,000 mana. I can nicely spam my normal heal away, dropping huge heal bombs. 94k normal heals. Now, you're not going to struggle with this. You're not going to struggle. I'll bring up the health bar so you can see the enemy. Not really focused on how this, so I'll bring some damage up so you can see. We're getting 100k out of our Moonkin there. So we've got a decent Moonkin along with us as well, which is always good to see. And you're always thinking, what does this situation call for? You're going to be swapping sanctuaries a lot, your chakras. You're going to be swapping them all the time. You really do need to be aware of what you're doing. Keeping a track on it, keeping an eye on it, and just thinking, Christ, this situation needs this. Okay, I'm going to switch that up. Which makes this class wonderful. Makes it so useful. You can see I get my Holy Word Sanctuary down there. I'm dropping out nice healing there. Mana's all nice and tidy. I've got Cascade whenever I need it, and it just looks awesome. So let's fire off Cascade. Oh, it just does some wonderful stuff. It's expensive though, look. Now I'm going to switch my chakra back. I'm going back to a more single target spec. I've got my Holy Word Sanctuary back up. Oh, so nice. Wonderful design. Basic problems. There is nothing fun about constantly having to be aware of your mana. And drinking all the time. Especially, I'm just going to refresh this for you guys so you can see that. Is it in general? Item level is 460 on this priest right now. 460. Which is tremendously more than most people roll with these days. Especially as you early gearing and stuff. With a potential 465. And he's, you know, it's scary. A little bit scary to see the class in this position, but I'm still enjoying it. I love the class, which is why I've come in a heroic, so I can enjoy myself. In a raid, I'm just like, ugh, I need to use Mindbender again. Ugh, is Mindbender back yet? And essentially what happened in looking for raid is I was almost just waiting for the AoE damage so I could use Cascade and Circle of Healing more, because they would really run me very quickly, especially if I started to throw out Renews, Prayer of Mendings on cooldown and stuff like that. Now this is one of the issues. Is you are the Holy Priest's main drawback right now, as I see it. You are hugely reliant on the rest of your team. You are really reliant on the rest of your healers, and that creates certain issues of you having downtime, relying on everybody else to carry you for the little bits and bobs, because your mana just will not hold up overall. It will struggle, it will be panicked. Let's get some angelic feathers down here for these guys. Is Mikhail going to tank it because he thinks he's a gangster? No, he's not. Don't get trapped now, Mikhail. Daddy's got you. Have a life grip. Oh, yeah. That's so fun. Life grip is one of the best spells ever in this game. Always is. Always will be. Coming for me, buddy. I wonder if I fade it, what happens? Nothing. Chase me. Chase me, Lillian. Make me feel like you want me. Back on Krolenko. Oh, Krolenko's tanking it. Hasn't got a fucking clue. Krolenko's not got a Scooby-Doo. Better give him a fucking Guardian Spirit. He's dead anyway, too late. Oh, Krolenko. When it says fixate, you need to be on the case with that, buddy. Okay, so a bit more AoE focus now, so I'm just going to switch it up while we get everybody topped off nicely. Get that cascade out. Lovely, top it off. And that's just what I'm talking about. That is the glory of this spec. It really is. Oh, you're fixating on me, buddy? That's not cool. I'll have a Guardian Spirit myself, if you don't mind. I'm shit. And we're done. Awesome. Sorry, a little bit focused there. The guys are getting a little bit on the struggling end of the stick. That's okay. We fixed it up. Again, man, I could have used a couple more. I tend to be focusing on, hey, I could have used Mindbender more. That's not what I want to be thinking about in my Holy Priest thing. That's not what I want. I don't want to go, hey, I could have used Holy Priest more. I could have used Mindbender a couple more times there. That would have made me a better player. Oh, come on. Really? That's where we are right now? That's shocking. Oh, better drink, otherwise we will end up in a right mess. Because these guys are going to pull. Yeah, I thought so. Let's go single target, hopefully. Get that out there, get it prayer mending on cooldown. So the general thing you want to be focusing on here is, the main thing for the Holy Priest is, hey, what do I need right now? What's the best spell for this moment? Right now, I think single target. The tank's taking some damage. Should be tanking them all. I'm going to keep prayer of mending and cooldown, and I'm just going to use Circle of Healing to top up the rest of the guys. I'm even going to use my Mindbender on Trash, because that's how we roll on the Holy Priest. That is how we do it. I'm nicely Circle of Healing, just dealing with everything else. Looking out for mana. Even Mindbender is only going to bring you up to a bit of mana, but I was essentially waiting just, hey, is Mindbender back yet? So I can, you know, heal people. Which is tragic in all forms, it really is. Oh, do I have Mindbender yet? Oh, no, I don't. Oh, okay. I'm not saying I'm the best priest in the world, guys. I really am not. I'm just saying, come on. Really. Let's just, I want to have some fun. That's what I want to do. I want to heal. I want to, you know, I feel like a Spice Girl. I want to. Oh, don't like poison. Yeah. It's nice. This is nice. This is more like it. In Heroics, I can use so many different tools. I felt like we were pigeonholed in LFR. This is the other point I wanted to raise. Is I definitely felt I was pigeonholed into AoE healing, with Cascade being so powerful and Circle of Healing being so powerful as well. It felt like, hey, you know what? I've got to be the AoE healer. And my most effective spells are Cascade and Circle of Healing, which quickly run me out of mana. In which case, I just need to use them, which again puts me back into the reliance. I knew it! Everybody does that! Why? I don't like being pigeonholed. I want the choice, especially on this class. This is one of the wonderful things. I'm like, Holy Priests have so many tools. In a raid, it felt like, hey, yeah, you've got a lot of tools. You know what you need to do? Is fade right now, so I don't get aggro. But what you need to do is literally pop fucking Mindbender on Trash again. You just need to AoE heal, because that is where you are most effective by a long way. Let's fire off Cascade and go, let's do that. That's fun. That's a lot of fun, isn't it? Is you need to do that. You just need to be the AoE healer, because that's what you're best at. And therefore, you can't really have the mana to mix and match both yet. In gear, this might change. But we might be focusing so heavily on Spirit for the Holy Priest just to counteract this issue. Whereas everyone else is going to start stacking Intellect, like they are doing already. And just overall coping with it. I feel like we're the Shaman being brought for our chain heal back in the day. I really do feel like that. So I will celebrate with Angelic Feathers. Fuck yeah, utility bitch. I feel like the Shaman brought for you chain heal. We want the Guardian Spirit cooldown. We want that. We want the Void Swap. The Void Shift, I should say. I was just checking the name there. And we want that Burst Cascade healing. We want all those things because they're really good. But we only want it once, really. We just want to make sure we have that cooldown present. And that is about it. We don't want any more than that. Anything else is just a waste. And, oh, that's so sad. It's so, so sad, Blizz. It really is. Smite! Fear me, smite! Oh, dispel. Always be spelling. Preacher always does the dispelling. Yeah, so what's my summary here is hoping for some changes. I don't think Holy needs too much changes, maybe just a touch more mana efficiency. So we can be... It's okay to say, you know what, you should be using your mana cooldowns on cooldown. Especially in raid progression. But in LFR, we need a touch more mana efficiency. We don't want to... Healing shouldn't be the permanent battle of you versus your mana bar. That's just not fun. It's never fun, it's never going to be fun. Whoever thought it was fun wants a slap. Really does. Smite. Fear my smiting goodness. I'll destroy you all. And this needs a looking at. And I'm sure they know there's something wrong with it. They're probably thinking, do we just remove Spirit Shell? Do we just fuck it and say we've failed with Spirit Shell, let's just remove it? Do we say that? Is that what we're hoping they're going to say? Are Dispriest hoping that? Maybe they are. I don't know. Oh, I'm out of mana. God damn. Mindbender. So reliant on Mindbender. I really, really am. Oh, funny. Funny stuff. I still got Hymn of Hope ready to go. Yeah, buddy. Hymn of Hoping. Mindbending on cooldown just so I can continue to cast some heals. Down you go, Gandling. There's the Holy Priest. It's a great class. It's a beautiful class. It's an absolutely beautiful class. It just needs some tweaking, man. It really does just need that little bit of love, a little bit of attention, and just that little bit of care. Really. Alright, ballers. Take it easy. Have a great day.